Hi, I'm Clemmons, and in this week's video, I want to talk about something that sounds really simple, but has a surprisingly powerful impact on your nervous system and on your healing. Connecting with nature. And this isn't just a nice idea or a feel-good suggestion. Over the past decade, study after study has shown that time in natural environments directly affects how your brain and your nervous system function. And for anyone working with self-directed neuroplasticity, that matters a lot. Here's why nature is such a powerful support for healing. It calms the limbic system. Being in nature lowers stress hormones and sympathetic nervous system activity. That same stress response that keeps many chronic symptoms switched on. It increases nervous system flexibility. Natural environments support vagal tone, helping your system move more easily out of fight, flight, or freeze and back toward regulation. It shifts the brain chemistry. Time outdoors is associated with improved serotonin and dopamine signaling, which supports mood and motivation and resilience. It signals safety to the brain. Gentle movement, open space, natural light, and rhythmic sensory input all tell your nervous system, I'm safe right now. And it supports neuroplastic change. A calmer, regulated brain is far more capable of forming new neural pathways and letting go of the old stress-based patterns. So this isn't about adding another thing to your to-do list. It's about using one of the most accessible, built-in tools that we have to support nervous system healing. So I want to share 4 simple ways to connect with nature that are realistic, especially if you're doing a neuroplasticity program and may not always be up for going for a hike. First is to make time for nature. For many people in a neural retraining program, getting outside isn't just about motivation. There can be real challenges. Maybe it's a low energy day, or there's difficult weather, or concerns about flares, or simply not knowing if it's worth the effort. And honestly, a lot of us just weren't taught about how powerful nature actually is for healing. So it doesn't feel like a priority. So start small. This might mean sitting on your porch, or standing barefoot in the yard, or opening a window and letting the fresh air in, or just driving somewhere green and staying in the car with the window down. And if getting outside truly isn't possible right now, that's okay too. A houseplant, sitting near a window, or even watching a nature video can still offer some of these same nervous system benefits. Your brain responds to natural imagery and sensory cues more than we often realize. The goal isn't distance or duration. It's giving your nervous system repeated experiences of safety and calm. Even a few minutes counts. Next is to be present while you're there. Once you're outside or even near nature, help your mind to be present in your body. A simple way to do this is through your breath. You might try counting breaths. In breath is 1, out breath is 2, and gently count up to 10 or 20 or however far feels comfortable. This isn't about doing it right. It's about letting your thinking brain soften so that your nervous system can actually receive the benefits of where you are. Presence is what turns time outside into regulation, rather than it just being another activity. Then is to engage your senses. Nature works on the nervous system through the senses. So notice what you can see, the different shades of greens, the movement, the light. Listen to the sounds, even the subtle ones. Pay attention to the smells, the air, the plants, the smell of the earth after the rain. And then touch what's around you, the ground, a leaf, the texture of tree bark or of stone. This kind of sensory input helps to shift the brain out of threat mode and into a more settled, regulated state, especially when you allow yourself to slow down and simply notice without analyzing. And finally, share the experience. Sharing a nature moment with someone else, whether in person or by simply talking about it later, helps to reinforce the experience in your brain. Connection and safety go hand in hand. When you share something calming or meaningful, it deepens the impact and it strengthens those neural pathways. This could be as simple as saying, I sat outside for a few minutes today and it felt really good. Or sending a photo of something you noticed. So connecting with nature doesn't require effort, performance, or pushing. It's one of the most natural ways to support nervous system regulation. And when your nervous system feels safer, healing work becomes gentler and more effective. If you're using self-directed neuroplasticity, think of nature as an ally, one that works quietly in the background, supporting every other practice that you're doing. If you try one of these this week, I'd love to hear about it. You can share in the comments or reach out directly. And most of all, give yourself permission to receive what nature already offers without earning it or without pushing for results. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.